Hey guys, thanks for making it on such short notice. I know I called you pretty early this morning, especially if you were out after the Cubs win last night over the Sox. You might have been out a little later. And if you were, you probably noticed the large storms that came through the northwest suburbs last night. One of those, which spawned, according to the National Weather Service, an EF0 tornado that came through Mount Prospect at roughly 8:30 last night. It was on the ground for all of 90 seconds and it carved a 1.5-mile swath of tree damage through town. It's all the way from the center of town to the northeast to the Fairview Elementary School. Because of this, dozens of trees are down, 46 residences were directly affected, as well as 2/3 of the town has now lost power, according to ComEd. Similarly, NICOR has announced to us that 4 gas leaks are potential within the town. Stoplights are also not working at major intersections, meaning that people, if they could get out of their driveways due to down trees, that if they could get out, they can't get around town as effectively. And I'm sure the police, and we definitely know that the water department is working on getting those stoplights up and running as quickly as possible. So what does this mean for you guys as the Forestry Division of Mount Prospect Public Works? Really, it's your guys' duty to take care of the trees. And when the trees fall over, it's your duty to go out there and clear them up, clean them up, and make sure that the roads are back in working order. I would hope that it's you guys have enough common decency to understand that helping people is incentive enough, let alone the fact that it's a Saturday, time and a half pay is on the line. So please go out there and work as quickly as efficiently as you can. Along the same lines, you guys are the only people out there that have the knowledge and the know-how, as well as the equipment to go out there and really fix the problem. There are trees down the road. People don't have the wood chippers, let alone chainsaws, to really clean up the mess. But before I break off into team definitions, there's a few things you should know. The first one is that we need to be quick. We need to be moving fast. The mayor wants the town back on its feet by Monday. She wants people to be able to commute back to Chicago, to go back to their jobs on Monday. She wants life to resume as normal at that time. Similarly, along with the speed, NICOR and ComEd need to get into the neighborhoods to make sure that the gas lines are fixed as well as the power lines are fixed. Without the power lines, the citizens are going to be a little restless. The refrigerator's not going to be working, the AC's not going to be working, especially when it's so hot and humid. They're going to be a little upset. While the need for speed is important, we also need to make sure we work carefully. If we don't work carefully, we're just going to run into more problems. So when you arrive at the job site, you need to make sure that there's nothing hanging above you, any big limbs above you need to be taken care of first. Then you need to make sure all the residents are out of the way, and then you need to make sure that whenever you are chipping wood, whenever you are chipping large branches, you make sure that you chip it in the wood and then get out of the way. The second thing we need to worry about is efficiency. We need to make sure that we're getting from neighborhood to neighborhood as quickly as possible. We only have so many resources, so we need to make sure that we're getting the most amount of teams to the most amount of places as fast as possible. And now, I know you guys like to work not as fast as you could. That being said, with the town of 50,000, that means there's 50,000 set of eyes watching. You're in big yellow trucks. Of course they're going to be watching you as soon as you arrive. So if there is any lackadaisical movements going on your part, I'm sure I'll hear of it. The residents are pretty talkative and they do like to pick up their phones. Another thing that we need to stress is service. When we do have citizens as fragile as they are, we need to make sure that we're taking care of their needs. Especially the older generation, they're going to come out as soon as they see the big yellow truck, as soon as they see you guys in the vests, they're going to come outside and try to talk to you guys. They're going to want to say, to tell their horror story. They're going to say, oh, the trees were blowing this bad, and the rain was falling, making splatter on the walls, and I was down the basement covered in a blanket, preparing for a tornado. And while, yes, you are supposed to listen to them, it is important that you make clear to them that you're there first and foremost to clear up the roads. You should listen to them, you should give them the benefit of the doubt that they are trying to relay some important information, but after a while it becomes clear that your first and foremost priority is to go out there and clear the roads. If they can get to Walmart tomorrow, so that they can go and buy food and restock their fridge because the refrigerator's been out of power for the last 24 hours. The last point I want to make is that our our duty to the town is to take care of the public trees. So 27,000 public trees out there, and by public trees I mean trees that are on the easement, the space between the sidewalk and the roadway. These trees are our responsibility. These are trees that were planted by us so many years ago, and now they're so big they're dropping limbs for residents. When we do arrive in these big yellow trucks with these big loud wood chippers, residents are going to start pulling big branches of their backyard because all the trees in their backyard have had fallen leaves. Sure, we can take care of it, but not right now. Our duty right now is to clear the roadways, clear the trees, and get onto the next street. We will come back, we will clean up those trees. We just need to make clear to the residents that we are there first and foremost to take care of the branches on the roadway and branches that are causing hazards to potential residents. So really, to wrap it all up, you guys, it's your responsibility to get out there, do your best as safely as possible and as quickly as possible, clear the roadways, clear all the potential hazards that are hanging the canopy. And really, I shouldn't have to motivate you guys that much, but in case I don't, imagine you're in their shoes. Imagine you're a husband or a wife that's out there trying to provide for their family on Saturday, and they have no power, they have no air conditioning, so they're all hot and frustrated inside their houses. So get out there, work as efficiently as possible, work as quickly as possible, and work as safely as possible. So good luck to you guys. Get out there, and good luck.